Hello, ladies and gentlemen, as the audience of ICComSET 2021. Thank you for this quick opportunity to present our research results on developing an application to support EFL students learning phrasal verb for writing and need analysis. Here, together with Ms. Ying and Ms. Winanastiti, I myself as a presenter, Mr. Prasandy, Ms. Ernawati, and Ms. Andreani from Winanastiti University, Indonesia, and Ms. Chang and Ms. Liem from Chang University, Taiwan. So let me start with the introduction. As you can see from the introduction here, we have three parts to be as the background of our research. The first one is that learning language is unique. It means that it integrates all the language skills: listening, reading, writing, speaking, and as well as vocabularies and also grammar. So we pointed out on the writing, especially also vocabularies and learning phrasal verb. When we learn phrasal verb, it means that we learn both the verb and also the meaning in each sentence or paragraph. So as you know that because of this one, the verb sometimes is changing the meaning after they have the preposition or adverb. The last one as our introduction as a background of our research is the few applications focus on the learning phrasal verb. Of course, there are some applications, but few focus on the learning phrasal verb. So from this, we move to the next one is theoretical framework. As a theoretical framework, we have three big things for underlying our research. Is that the first one is technology and language learning. The more dependent to the technology, the more changes the way of learning. From the old one, face-to-face, into using the online learning or using the online application to learn. And the second one is phrasal verb, means that it is very specific and unique. The phrasal verb are the syntactically part of the speech, but then it has very specific meaning that sometimes is far from the real verb. The last one is the application for learning PVs. As I mentioned previously, that there are some applications such as of 7-link, English PVs, English phrasal verb for vocabulary builders, but then only few focus on learning phrasal verb for writing sentence and paragraph. Ladies and gentlemen, let me move to the next one, is the objective. So if you can see from the slide, we have three objectives we are going to seek and we are going to find out. The first one is to find out the problem faced by the FF English foreign language learners in learning phrasal verbs. The second one is to reveal the EFL needs to learn phrasal verbs through the online platform application. And the last one is to analyze the EFL learners' needs on what should be available in the application to support them learning phrasal verb. Now let me continue on the method here. If we figure out here that we have two methods here, method of data collection and method of data analysis. For the method of data collection, first I'm going to tell you that we use a questionnaires in online platform and spread to the respondent. So the respondent are the first and the third semester students of Winanastiti University learning English. And finally, we found that 115 students as our respondent. So from the result of the questionnaires, then we analyze that data qualitatively. This data is presented in the percentage as a result based on the analysis. So let me tell you finally the result and the discussion of this research study. The first one is to reveal the general information to give you the idea who the respondents are. The first one, table 1 show about the gender. So we have 53.90% are male and the rest are female. And from the age in table 2, you can see that mostly the students are aged 19 to 20. So only 1.50 from 23 above. but mostly 19 to 20. So from the length of the period of learning English, if you can figure out, those respondents normally learn 11 until 15 years, because in Indonesia they have learned English since the elementary schools. And see the educational background. If you figure out that there are three schools, educational backgrounds of the respondent before they join the higher education. They are from national school, national plus, and international. The difference of them is just based on the curriculum that they join. National school using Indonesian curriculum, using Bahasa Indonesia as a means of communication and means of transferring the knowledge. National plus is Indonesian curriculum with English as a means of instruction and communication, while international is fully in English and is not joining the Indonesian curriculum. And the highest is from the national schools. Let me continue, everyone. Here is the next result, is the department in higher education, the respondent joining. So if we, you can see here, means that, okay, so in average, it's around from 5% until 13. But the lowest one is from international relation. There are the department from Venus University that they joined. So now the next one I'm going to discuss about the problems. To reveal, the first question is what is the problem faced by the students in learning phrasal verb? If you take a look at the chart, on chart 2 especially, so there are some problem that they face, but the most problem that they face is in 48.70% is talking about learning method are not interesting enough. And coming to the next one is the problem is also coming 46.10. They say learning method is monotonous. It means that they need something is more interesting. And we can figure out 41.70 is that not enough practice in the class. So the rest is there, but we pointed the three biggest one. So the next one, the second chart, or chart 3, shows that what is the need of like application of to learn phrasal verb. So there are some items that we ask them to give the response, but from the response is almost every question is higher than 90, except for 78, and also the last one is 84%. But take a look at the highest one. The highest one is 95.70. It goes to that I need an application that is too easy to use for learning PV. So it should be easy and simple. But then the next one is at 93, is that which I can download freely to learn phrasal verb. So of course for the student, free is something nice. You don't, and they only need to subscribe only, but they don't need to pay. And then we also get something very good here that they can grade what they do when they work on PV. So they want that after they do something on the application, they show the grade. So this is good for them. Well, the rest that is already been here, like this one, that is interactive in my PV learning process. So it's just something very interesting and interactive. The next one, let's go to the next result and discussion here. Chart 4 shows the need of supporting details in the application. What is the supporting detail that the student need for this? If you look at this part, is that one is very biggest one is that scores are automatically calculated after answering the question. So it can give them very happiness when their answer is correct. So the score is there automatically. And then the second highest is that they provide translation for commonly used words. Probably because some of the verb or some of the phrasal verb is not common in English, or so therefore they need the translation in Bahasa. The next one, or they need also a timer for entire duration. However, this is on the contrary, that a timer of each question that they don't really like, although they still have almost 60% agree with that. So here, the second result is chart 5, the needs of the sentence practice in the application. So we have 3 questions only, but this one is whether they need the example or interesting pictures or sentence examples in paragraph. The good thing is that on the last one here is over 95%, they say that they need an example to help them understand the PV in a sentence. And also the example of sentence in everyday life means that they need something that connected with their life, so easy for them to understand. Then the last one is interesting pictures. So pictures can support them in learning PV interestingly, and also they can have fun. So let me continue for the next one is that the paragraph practice. So because when we talk about the exercises, we also ask about whether they need paragraph practice or not. So what do they need? There are 4 questions they have to answer, and almost of them is reaching 90%. But the highest here is the last question that they need sentence example in guided paragraph. And 92% is some exercise to make sentence in a paragraph using PVs, and also some exercise to make paragraph using certain PVs. But the lowest one here, although this is categorized into high, but this is example in using PV in a guided paragraph. Ladies and gentlemen, so we got the question is very good one. It's very interesting that they ask how many number of questions in each on the exercises. Most of them answer like 5 to 10, but 9 excuse me, they don't want it more, but they don't want it too few as well. So what they choose more than 43.50% is 5 to 10 items. Excuse me. Now let me come to the conclusion finally, everyone. English learners, so the first conclusion is that English learners have problem in learning phrasal verbs, since there are not many applications available or provide with learning phrasal verb in a sentence and paragraph or writing. The second one is there is a need to develop an application that focuses on learning phrasal verbs either in sentence or in paragraph. The last conclusion is that there are 2 major considerations in developing the application. The first, the format of the application should provide games, interesting and friendly users, and also friendly users format, simple, yet the user in support the user in learning phrasal verb. And the second one is the content should provide more practices in developing sentences and paragraphs, as well as exercises with small number item, yet support them in learning phrasal verb. Here is all our research report on our research studies. But before I end my my presentation, let me send our thanks to Venus University that the study is as a part of the research, our research project was supported the International Research Grant from Research and Technology Transfer Office, Winanastiti University in Indonesia in collaboration with Chang University, Taiwan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all that I can present. Thank you very much and goodbye.